It's got the hair and everything.
Yeah, listen, I had to go recolor my hair just so that I could look just like my toy. Otherwise, no one would have recognized me.
You know, Jason Momoa was cast before you came on board. Did you help develop the character for Justice League? Did you consult? How did that work?
Yeah, you know, I spoke with them very early on and tried to get an idea of what they were going for. But at the same time, you know, I was kind of running my own movie and working on that and kind of knowing where I needed to know where they were going to leave off, so I know where to pick him up from and carry him in on my movie.
You know, Wonder Woman's a little bit different than the Batman movies. What is Aquaman compared to those two?
Yeah, I think you know, just stylistically, Aquaman is definitely in its own world. Like literally, our heroes go on this journey to the different kingdoms that they go through on their quest to search for what they're searching for, and in doing so, it really gave me the opportunity as a filmmaker to sort of you know, design really interesting places that we haven't quite seen before. You know, places that are very kind of magical and very detailed, and just the interesting fact that we've explored more of space than we have our own ocean is pretty crazy.
Were there any comic book arcs or certain eras of Aquaman that you pulled from to help design either the characters or the cities?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, the great thing about, you know, adapting a comic book movie, right, is just, you know, just years and years of great materials to kind of go back to and be inspired by. And so, yeah, so definitely, you know, the visuals of the actors, the characters themselves, the visuals of the landscape, and even, you know, just down to, you know, the kind of like wonderful sea creatures that are living down there.
It's underwater, right? So it's different than inherently by any superhero movie. I mean, they're moving, they're swimming. How did you handle that as a production?
It wasn't an easy one. I always say, you know, generally most movies where there are two people talking in a room, you're like, okay, that's pretty straightforward. But two people talking in the world of Atlantis is not easy at all. It's very complicated, and you know, actors have to be hooked up to these really uncomfortable rigs, and we have to do weird things with the hair, and then CGI visual effects will come in to create the landscape, the costumes, the hair, and all this stuff. And so it's a combination of sort of artistry that come along to bring a scene to life, but they are very time-consuming, and it takes time to make them look good.
You have two other movies here, they're horror movies. You know, what would you say is the scariest scene you have ever directed?
Wow.
There's a lot of them, I know.
Yeah, I've directed a few scary movies. I do. I like them for different things. You know, Conjuring, the first Conjuring definitely has the character that Joey King plays. You know, she wakes up in the middle of the night and she thinks there's someone in her room with her and hiding in the darkness. And I really love that sequence because you don't really see anything at all, and it's all in the sort of the tone and the feel and the atmosphere and the incredible performance from her. You know, yeah, people ask me like, how does my horror background help with something like Aquaman or any of the other non-horror films that I make? And my answer to that is one of the biggest things I learned from making scary movies is you gotta have characters that people care about. Because if people don't care about your characters, then they're not going to be scared by the situation the characters get into, right? They're not going to be scared if something come banging on the door because you don't care about that. And so I apply that thinking to pretty much all the movies I make. And I know it seems like a very straight, simple thing to be saying, but it's really true.
Yeah. So what are you most excited for fans to see now that you've got it all ready?
I'm just excited for them to, you know, get a glimpse, get a taste of the world that we've spent 2 years of our life, you know, playing in, and you know, a movie that we've been very respectful to the original source material, and just for people to see how much fun this film is going to be, and ultimately show them that he is a superhero movie that is quite unlike all the superhero movies that they're used to.
Superhero Funko Pops everywhere. You now have your own Funko Pop.
Yes.
What do you think of it so far?
I think it's super surreal, but awesome at the same time. I can put it right next to my Guillermo del Toro one.
It's got the hair and everything.
Yeah, listen, I had to go recolor my hair just so that I could look just like my toy. Otherwise, no one would have recognized me.